Welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I would also like to welcome Spirit into this reading and say thank you for the messages we are about to receive. This is a general reading. Okay, so the first card you've got is the hat. So you're doing a lot of thinking. There's a lot of options available for you. So, you've got your thinking cap on, really. And you're, trying to find out something because you've got this curtain in the back over there. So there's some kind of hidden information that you're trying to discover. And you might be collaborating with a lot of people on an intellectual basis, but you're also doing a lot of thinking as well. You've got the cat over there. So you're spending a lot of time with yourself, maybe following your intuition a lot. Establishing your independence as well. And you've got the shoes over here. So this could be a journey. The shoes card talks a lot about maybe shopping a lot. So, some financial wealth or security coming in with the shoes card. Because generally, you could tell the person's status in life by looking at their shoes. So this is about you trying to think up a solution about, achieving more money or making some kind of business plan in order to bring in abundance, really. And you're working quite independently as well. So in the past, you've got the fish. So this is about money. So you've been focused a lot about money, and maybe some money has come in over here. And you've got the great mother over here, and this is maybe dealing with your own mother. This is about maybe you becoming a mother. There's something maternal that is going on over here, and you're tapping into your maternal energies. So, you could be looking after somebody. This is about, taking care of somebody, guiding somebody, or this could even be about a pregnancy that has come in, or you've heard news of a pregnancy recently. So going into the future, you've got the anima card over here, and this is about meeting people that may be deceptive, people that are pretending to be something that they're not. So be careful of that. And there is the knife card over there. So maybe you're trying to make some kind of decision. This could be a legal decision that is on the cards at the moment. So this could be some kind of legal problem that you're dealing with. Maybe you're dealing with a very deceptive person. And this could also be a breakdown of communication with this particular person. Maybe there's some kind of problem that is going on over here. That could be coming up. You could be crossing swords with somebody. In other words, you could be having some kind of fight with this particular person. So it could be a legal battle or some kind of problem over there. You need to be very logical when you're making the decisions that you're making as well. So those are the energies for that week. So I'm going to be using the Parrot Tarot for the main read. This is another really beautiful deck. I have shuffled these cards. Just be aware of that. Okay, let's see. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Mentor of Wands over here. So this is about, the Page of Wands, really. Some new project that you're focusing on. So you had an idea with the Ace of Wands, and now you're trying to focus on that particular project and bring it into fruition. You've got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energies going through this particular card. So very, very fiery energy coming in over here. And you can see this person's taking this, this idea or this ball, and trying to do something with it. So there's something new that you're embarking on, some kind of new project. And it might have a little bit of an international flavor over here. You might be trying to communicate some kind of idea. This could also be about travel. There seems to be some kind of breakdown, in your path over here. So you may have coming to some kind of obstacle, some kind of problem, but it looks like somebody's going to be giving you some advice, and it might be somebody from an international on the international front. So you might need to go into maybe the internet or seek some kind of advice from somebody who's an expert on a broad scale to be able to deal with this particular problem that you're going in. There's definitely some guidance coming in over there. You've got angelic guidance over here, but whatever you're doing is very novel, very different from everybody else. It's stirring up a lot of interest as well, whatever it is that you're working on. So, what's happening with you? You've got the Queen of Cups over here, and you've got the Eight of Discs. So the Queen of Cups, you've got Gemini in Cancer over here, and you might be feeling very, very emotional. The Queen of Cups is generally somebody you know, she tends to be a very, very, she cries a lot. So you might be upset about something and you might be having to deal with, you're dealing with that at this particular moment. And you're also feeling a bit lonely, a bit isolated from everybody else. You might be spending a lot more time by yourself as well. So, you know, going through some kind of emotional phase over here. And it looks like you know, you might be overthinking it as well, because you've got that Gemini energy going through it as well. You've got the Eight of Discs crossing it, and this is the card of prudence. Eight of Discs is about, you know, maybe studying, and it's related to work. So whatever's happening with you, maybe this is the reason why you're spending a lot of time by yourself. The Queen of Cups cards also deals with education, traveling, education and mentoring people. So with this Eight of Discs, it's about learning while you're working. And so, because you've got a sun sitting there in Virgo, so focusing on your work, focusing your energies on, you know, finding the answers, being logical, you know, discovering the truth about things. And you've got that Queen of Cups sitting there by herself, feeling a bit lonely and isolated, and the Cups cards dealing with education. So there might be some kind of new course that is coming in for you, and it's, you know, stirring up, you know, your mind, really. So you could be taking on a role as a mentor, or you could be going to do new courses or new avenues of study that is going to improve your work or your career. And since this is the Ace of Wands, sorry, the Mentor of Wands or the Page of Wands, it looks like there's some kind of you know, new project or something coming in for you. But maybe this is that, you know, almost like an offer that you're working with. It looks like, you know, you're going to be learning on the job or doing some kind of further training as well, which might, you know, that's going to get you into position of authority. So it's something that's going to further your career. Or you could be in a position now in your career where you are, you know, at the top, and you are now, you know, trying to teach people or train people up. So you had some kind of decision that came in the last year or so. It's the Lovers card over here, the card of Gemini. So, you know, it was something that involved, you know, using your mental energy. You know, Gemini is about communication. It could have been some decision you had to make, you know, with regards to maybe teaching. With this Gemini card, because it's ruled by Mercury. So some kind of big choice that came in for you. It looks like, you know, you were given some kind of authority or some kind of power in whatever you were dealing with. You've got you know, the snake on the apple tree over there. So there have been some people that have been giving you a little bit of grief. But, you know, this is basically something where you've been, you know, guided to make this particular decision. So some kind of fork in the road that you reached and you had to make a decision. You've got the Truce card over here, the Four of Swords, and you've got Jupiter sitting in Libra. So, you know, maybe the decision was, maybe you had a, you know, the Lovers card is about a decision. Sometimes the Lovers card actually doesn't mean love. So there might have been a relationship, and you may have had to make a choice in that relationship. Maybe there was a breakup between you and this particular person. They're both standing on, you know, these staircases, but there's a gap between them. There's also some kind of gate or fence in the back over there talking about barriers. So that's coming in. And, you know, you've got that snake in the tree, in the apple tree over there. So that's talking about deception as well. So maybe that was what was going on in your relationship. And it looks like, you know, you've made up, or you've been trying to get that balance back again, trying to form a truce with this particular person. Maybe you've withdrawn or cut off communication for a little while in order for you to get some thinking done, in order for you to try and reconcile. So maybe you called a truce, and, you know, you're trying to reconcile with this person. You've got the King of Cups over here. So it looks like you've been seeking some advice from somebody around you who has been very, very supportive. The King of Cups can be, you know, some professional counseling that you might have been seeking, you know, from a doctor or a psychiatrist or somebody or a counselor, somebody giving you advice. Or it could be like a father figure or somebody that's just giving you advice that is, you know, really practical sort of advice that you can use, but on the emotional front. So it looks like whatever's happened, you know, you're dealing with this person, King of Cups. This could also be the person with whom you've had a problem or a breakup with. This could be a water sign person, so it could be Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And, you know, you could have been getting, you could have had an issue with that particular sign, that particular water sign. But it looks like, this person is involved with issues regarding this particular truce situation. So you could be getting advice about reconciling in your relationship, or this could be the person that you're trying to reconcile with. So going into the future, you've got the Hierophant card over here, and this is the card ruled by Taurus. So this is about, working on your money coming in. This is also about getting good advice, making a commitment to something. So, you could be, starting a new avenue of study with the Hierophant. This is the teacher and the learner kind of card. You've got that big elephant in the background over there, which is about education. So you might be starting some kind of course of study that's going to, turn out to be something long-term. This could also be working on your finances or getting some good financial advice to sort out your problems that you're having, if you're having any financial issues. So there's definitely, with a Hierophant card, it's about rethinking your value system, really, because it's a card ruled by Taurus. Taurus rules personal energies. It rules money. It rules, how you feel about yourself. So this could be what is going on. You could be going through a rather spiritual phase at the moment and just rethinking your values. Also, you're sorting out your money, sorting out your finances as well with that card. So you've got the Death card, and that's what is happening with you. So you're leaving behind an old situation. You can see you reached that fork in the road and you're moving on. So, you're going through some kind of emotional phase that you're trying to cross. This is the river Styx, really. So getting over those emotional problems and, making plans and moving forward. So you ended something and you are now moving forward. It was a rather toxic situation. You've got a big snake over here in the back, over there, and it's a card, ruled by Scorpio. You could have been dealing with Scorpio energy as well, so this could have been a water sign person. But you are definitely making inroads to moving forward and moving away from this particular situation, and, getting over things. So this is sudden endings that happened, or endings that were beyond your control, and you're having to leave it and transform and move away from it. And there you go, the Fool coming in for you. So brand new beginnings for you. So you've ended an old relationship with the Death card over there, and you're now moving forward. You're leaving things behind, and you're going towards, maybe whatever you're leaving behind. You've got Lilies here. So Lilies always talks about security, something long-term. Maybe you thought whatever you were involved in was going to be long-term and last for a lifetime, but it seems like, you've turned your back on it and you're moving forward. It looks like there was a lot of drama involved in that particular situation. You had to draw on a lot of inner strength. This person that you could have been dealing with was quite aggressive, maybe, and you're now going forward. You're leaving it all behind and you're moving forward. You've definitely been doing a lot of thinking. He's got a feather in his cap over there, and you are now moving. You now see the light, really, because he's got a peacock feather on that feather. So this is about, the peacock feathers always have eyes. So you have seen the truth, and it looks like you are going to be moving forward. So what's on your mind? You've got the Eight of Swords, and this is the card of interference. You were feeling very, very stuck in this particular situation. And maybe you've also been feeling like a lot of people have been interfering in your business as well. You've got Jupiter and Gemini over here, so a lot of loose tongues, or people talking a lot, or people saying things that were not really helpful. They were really something that hurt your feelings quite a bit. But it looks like this is the thing that has been bothering you, and you have been feeling very, very trapped in this particular situation. So it looks like all you want now is your freedom, and you want to move on. So going into the future, you've got the Queen of Discs over here, the Five of Discs, and the Five of Swords. So the Queen of Discs is the Queen of Pentacles. It looks like you've decided that you're going to be focusing on your work situation. This could be a promotion coming in for you as well with that Queen of Discs. It looks like money is coming in, extra, new money is coming in, or you can see she's very, very focused on this pentacle. She's sorting out her money as well. You can see this particular dragon is bringing in a pentacle over here. So there is an offer, maybe a promotion coming in. You are focused on your career. You've got that goat over there. So it looks like, you are, this person who's bringing you this offer may be somebody from the past that emerges again, because she's looking to the past, and this particular dragon is bringing in that particular disc, and a new project they're coming in for you. So you are going to be in control of whatever is coming in for you, and it looks like it's going to generate more money and maybe even generate a promotion for you. You've got the Worry card over here, the Five of Discs. So you are worried about financial loss. You've got Mercury in Taurus here. Now this is about worrying, playing it over and over in your head. So this is not that it's necessarily the case. It's just that you're feeling that sense of lack. And with Mercury there, giving it a lot of thought. Now, the thing about it is if you start concentrating on something, you can bring it into reality. So it's good for you to, leave it, stop worrying about things. And I just heard recently a lovely saying that said, a worry is like praying for something you don't want. So this is such a lovely saying. So if you stop worrying, it's like you're not praying for negative things. So you need to actually stop worrying about things, because you don't want to bring lack and loss, because it looks like there's something coming in as far as money and a new opportunity coming in. And if you worry about it, worry that you don't have, it looks like you might lose that opportunity. So stop worrying. You are feeling a bit defeated in this particular situation. You've got a lot of swords coming at you. You're in the center of the focus of whatever's going on, and maybe you feel as though people betrayed you, or that situation was due to betrayal. There could have been some legal issue that you have been facing that led to financial loss as well. So you're feeling as though things didn't go your way, and you're feeling very disempowered. You've got Venus here in Aquarius. Now Aquarius is your sign, and Venus over there, it's like spending too much of time focusing on that which you have lost. Your personal possessions or financial loss that went together with this defeat card, the Five of Swords. So you need to actually, start changing your focus, see things from a different perspective. It's very, very difficult, but you need to try and find something else to distract you. So focus on that work, focus on that studying, and then everything else, all the energies start to fall in place. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Angel Tarot, and that's for the Oracle read. So the first card is the Hermit, and that says spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. So the Hermit is about, finding out what is going on. I don't know if you can see in this card, there's a lot of snakes around here in this card. So, for me, snakes is talking about, you were dealing with a lot of toxic situations or toxic people. Something's been going on that has been pretty toxic as well. The Hermit is also a card that says, focus on education, focus on work, focus on being logical. So that is where you are going to be at this particular moment. And also it's about spending time by yourself. So you might be doing some studying as well and focusing on, everything that, focusing on your work. Because it is the card ruled by Virgo. So this is where you're going to be at. And, you're going through some kind of spiritual transformation as well. You've got the Queen of Fire over here, so stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So it's important for you to come across as that energy, and you need to have some self-confidence. So even though you've been feeling defeated, with this card here, the Five of Swords, you need to start believing in yourself. And positive affirmations, you say to yourself, I'm the greatest thing on this earth, and I'm the only person that matters on this earth. And then you start building your self-confidence up, and, then you can start doing things. So don't feel defeated. Start making positive affirmations. And maybe initially you may not believe them, but as you keep saying them, they start becoming a reality. So just as, when you worry, you can bring in negative things. If you say positive affirmations, you can start, evoking positive energies to come in your direction. Now, the last one is the King of Water, which says, open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So this is about getting in some advice from somebody. This might be in the form of counseling. It's in the form of some kind of support from somebody that's trustworthy. So that kind of advice is going to be coming in, and it's going to help you build your self-confidence in this particular scenario. So like I said, there might be studying coming in, focus more on your work, because it seems like once you start focusing on your work, you can start making all these brand new beginnings and move away from that difficult situation. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.